Human settlements, because of their cross-cutting intergovernmental nature, as well as backward and forward linkages economically, can have a critical, or rather have a catalytic impact on our economic recovery plans and help us set us on a positive growth trajectory that will catapult us towards our developmental objectives. We want to unlock the 150 billion worth of private development projects in the province within the affordable housing space that are stuck because of red tape and bureaucratic bottlenecks within the various spheres of government. We want to use human settlement as a vehicle to advance economic transformation through initiatives such as the Gauteng Partnership Fund, a provincial government entity under the Department of Human Settlements Entrepreneur Empowerment Program Fund, which has already dispersed over 400 million towards 40 development projects through offering 100% finance to projects that are less than 15 million in value as active senior debt funders. We are going to launch a fund to provide funding for first-time black developers within the property development space, with a bias towards township development and developers within the real estate and property development sectors. As part of the provincial government's township economy revitalization program, we want to invest in building the township real estate market through initiatives such as formalizing the township backyard rental market and working with the Estate Agency Affairs Board to promote and produce township real estate agents and agencies which can compete within the mainstream of this sector in the long term. To address the challenges of bulk infrastructure, which has been a huge bottleneck for many of our human settlements projects, as well as our hostels in the province, we are looking at establishing or rather coordinating a provincial bulk infrastructure fund and adopting new ways and technologies for bulk infrastructure which are efficient and more cost effective. We have identified a legislative lacuna when it comes to the matter of family titles, which results after the death of an elderly, wherein instead of following testate or interstate succession law and registration of title, the family continues to use a more collective family relationship to the property. We will be sponsoring a bill through the National Council of Provinces in order to address this legislative gap. Another major problem we are faced with is that there are some informal settlements that are built on private land and the owners are not cooperating with us in terms of looking to provide services and formalize them. So we're looking at using our full rights within the existing framework and provisions of Section 25 of the Constitution, whilst the amendments are still to be finalized to expropriate the land without compensation, so that we can formalize and develop those informal settlements to give the people who live in them better living conditions. On the burdensome problem of illegal invasions and allocations and displacement of people as a result of that, we have put in place a proactive intergovernmental counter land invasion strategy, which allows us to preempt and prevent evictions, but also to evict with immediacy the moment land is invaded. Part of this has been the enlisting of community safety patrollers in partnership with the Department of Community Safety, who will help us gather intelligence from within communities that will assist in preventing invasions. Our Ikagaleng Rapid Land Release Program will give over fully serviced sites to qualifying beneficiaries who want to build houses for themselves and are able to. We have developed a new policy with a focus on the missing middle income, those who are earning just above 3.5 up to 22,000, in order to ensure that there are more beneficiaries that qualify, and are working in tandem with the FLIS program to expand the beneficiary base in this regard. We are currently assessing 15,494 sites for rapid land release, a process to be completed by the end of this month. We also want to make use of community development workers who work within communities to gather intelligence and information that will assist us in preventing land invasion. The issue of illegal invasions and illegal occupation and allocation of houses is so complex and nuanced that we have decided that we are going to explore a possibility of establishing a committee of inquiry to investigate all these matters, because these are issues that date back to '96 and prior. A comprehensive, systematic and methodological approach in order to resolve this problem. We are going to be spending 1.1 billion in the next financial year, or rather this current financial year, to upgrade informal settlements and tackle the problem of growing informality within Gauteng city region. And over the medium-term expenditure framework, we will be spending about 10 billion rand on mega human settlement projects in order to expedite housing delivery in the province, using a new model of housing delivery and technology and systems that should help us overcome some of the problems we faced in the past on mega human settlement service delivery.